In the bright and cheerful sunny leaf jungle lived a young elephant named Elmo. He was bigger than most animals his age, with strong legs, a long trunk, and ears that flapped like giant fans. But even with all his natural strength, Elmo had one big problem. He never believed in himself. He didn't think he was strong at all. In fact, he often acted like he was the weakest creature in the whole jungle. Every morning, Elmo would walk quietly to the river, avoiding the noisy crowds of animals. He would drink water slowly and watch the ripples on the surface. Sometimes he saw his own reflection, but instead of seeing a powerful elephant, he only saw someone who might make mistakes or break things by accident. So he always stayed careful, quiet, and far from anything that required strength. One sunny morning, his best friend Kiki the monkey swung down from a branch and landed lightly on his back. "Elmo, today is the Banana Grove Festival," she squeaked excitedly. "There will be games, food, music, and the great vine pulling contest. You should join." Elmo shook his head immediately. "Oh no, Kiki, those contests are for strong animals. I'm not good at that kind of thing. I might mess everything up." Kiki blinked in disbelief. "Elmo, you are the biggest animal in the jungle. Why do you think you're not strong?" But Elmo only sighed. Being big doesn't mean being strong. Later that afternoon, the festival began. Colorful fruits decorated the trees, animals danced to the beat of jungle drums, and the whole place sparkled with joy. Elmo stayed far from the games, unsure of himself. The great vine-pulling contest soon began, and all the strong animals lined up: tigers, water buffaloes, gorillas, even Chief Rhino himself. They grabbed the thickest, toughest vine in the clearing and pulled as hard as they could, but the vine didn't move at all. The animals tried again and again, pawing at the dirt, grunting loudly, and using all their strength. Still, the vine would not budge. Finally, Chief Rhino declared, "This vine is impossible to pull. No one in the jungle can move it." A tiny squirrel suddenly squeaked, "What about Elmo? He should try." The crowd turned toward Elmo, who quickly hid behind a bush. His legs trembled. Being watched made him nervous. But Kiki climbed onto his shoulder and said softly, "Elmo, you don't have to win. Just try. Believe in yourself for once." Elmo hesitated, but something in Kiki's encouragement warmed his heart. He took a slow step forward, then another. The animals moved aside as he approached the giant vine lying on the ground like a stubborn snake. He wrapped his strong trunk around it. His heart beat fast. He closed his eyes and whispered to himself, "Just try." At first, nothing happened. Elmo felt panic rising inside him. Maybe he really wasn't strong. Maybe everyone had expected too much. But then, just as he was about to let go, the vine shifted. A gasp spread through the crowd. But Elmo, surprised, tightened his grip, planted his feet, and pulled harder. The ground trembled beneath him. Dust lifted around his legs. Animals watched in awe as the vine slowly lifted from the earth. With one final heave, Elmo yanked the entire vine out, roots and all. The jungle erupted in cheers. Birds soared into the sky, monkeys clapped, and Chief Rhino nodded proudly. Kiki danced around shouting, "I knew it! I knew you could do it!" Elmo stared at the vine in disbelief. "I did this." "Yes," Kiki laughed. "You just forgot how strong you were." Before Elmo could celebrate, a loud crash echoed through the jungle. A giant branch from an old tree had fallen onto the main path, trapping a family of deer behind it. The animals panicked, knowing it was dangerous for them to stay there. Without thinking, Elmo stepped forward. "I'll help them," he said in a steady voice that surprised even him. He walked to the fallen branch and examined it. It was huge, bigger than the vine and heavier too. The deer trembled behind it. "It's okay," Elmo said gently. "Stand back." He placed his forehead beneath the branch, pushed upward, and slowly lifted it. His legs shook, but he didn't give up. Inch by inch, he raised it high enough for the deer to escape. They hurried out, their eyes wide with gratitude. When they were safe, Elmo carefully lowered the branch to the ground. The crowd burst into cheers again, louder than before. The rescued deer nuzzled his leg, thanking him. Elmo felt something he hadn't felt in a long time: real confidence. "See?" Kiki beamed. "You are always strong. You just needed to believe." That night, the Banana Grove Festival became a celebration not just of fun, but of Elmo's bravery. Fireflies danced like tiny stars, drums played happy rhythms, and all the animals gathered around the smiling elephant who finally understood his true power. From that day forward, Elmo never doubted himself again. Whenever the jungle needed help, he stepped forward not to show off, but because he knew he could make a difference. Moral: believe in your abilities. Sometimes the strength you're searching for is already inside you. You just need to trust it.